Hi friends, welcome to GK Tech Talk. In last class we have gone through encapsulation. In today's section we are going to know what is the inheritance and what is polymorphism. These are the last two concepts of OOPS. These are the very important concepts in real-time programming. These are the main things we are using for in each and every program. You can easily understand one class can have multiple properties like instance variables and methods. So if you created another class which is acquiring the properties of first class is nothing but inheritance. Process of acquiring the properties of another class is nothing but inheritance. We can call superclass methods using subclass. That means if you return a class, I extended that class, then my class can be called as a subclass and your class can be called as a superclass. So class, if you take an example, class A extends class B. Extends is a keyword which is used to apply the inheritance concept. So by using extends keyword, one class can inherit the properties of another class. Once class B extends class A, then we can call class A as a superclass and class B as a subclass. Class B extends class A. Class A is the superclass and class B is the subclass. Subclass knows about superclass, but superclass doesn't know anything related to subclass. Subclass can call the superclass methods, but superclass cannot call the subclass methods or variables. So all public and protected and default members of a superclass can be accessible by subclass. So private members are not visible to subclass. So in a class A there are private variables. Those variables we cannot access from class B. Why? Because private means those scope of those variable is within the class. We cannot access them outside the class. But public, protected and default, these are all the types of members we can access from subclass. Even within the package or outside the package, if it is a subclass, we can able to access those properties. You no need to write a method again, so you can reuse the method whatever is available in your superclass. How we will extend a class? If you use a keyword called extends, you can extend a class. So once you extended a class, you can call all the methods and variables which are public, protected and default. But private variables or methods you cannot able to access from your subclass. We can call here class B as a subclass, class A as a superclass. This is the inheritance concept. Instead of writing the method multiple times, one time you have written, then you can reuse it or you can even extend it. So you written a method in a class A, same method you don't need to write it again. You can reuse the same method here if you require to do the similar kind of functionality, then you can reuse the same method from class B. Without creating any object to class A, you can able to access class B. From class B itself you can able to access class A methods and variables. Generally, if you want to access a instance methods and variables, you need to create an object for a class and then only you are able to access. Here if class A is having a method, then we can access that method by creating an object for class A. That is the normal scenario. You can able to create object for class B and then you can access the class A methods and variables. This is nothing but inheritance concept. Here main advantage is reusability. You no need to write the same method multiple times. You can reuse the method and extensibility. Suppose you have written a method for adding two members, okay, where you can pass two normal whole numbers and you can able to add. But later point of time you thought of adding two numbers along with which can be able to pass even float. So you can write the extension of it. So already there is a method for adding two members, and you can write one more, the same name you can even write one more method in your subclass by making a advanced way of functionality. So you can extend the functionality, and at the same time you can provide your enhanced functionality to the existing superclass method. So here what you need to understand is how a class can acquire the properties of another class. One class can acquire the properties of another class using the concept called inheritance. Using inheritance, one class can extend a other class using keyword called extends. Here public, protected and default members are always accessible through inheritance concept. If you create an object for subclass, you can access superclass variables and methods. Advantages of inheritance: nothing but code reusability and improves the readability. So you no need to repeat the same method in other classes. So you can reuse the method, and at the same time it can increase the readability by lesser number of methods and repeated without any duplication. We will write the code. So we can call it improves the reusability and readability both. So this is the inheritance concept. So coming to next concept, that is polymorphism. See, poly means multiple. The meaning of poly is multiple. So the capability of a object or a method can be represented in different forms is nothing but polymorphism. If you create an object, you can able to use that object in different forms. We can call that as a polymorphism. There is a concept called interfaces, where you can utilize the interface in different ways. So there are multiple classes will implement the interface. So each class is implementation of particular interface. So whenever you created an object for the particular class, it will represent the interface. So when you go through the interfaces concept, there you will understand better. Here one object you will create, and you make use of it in multiple ways. That is nothing but polymorphism. There are two types of polymorphism. One is static polymorphism, another one is dynamic polymorphism. Static in the sense, at the time of compilation we are get to know what type of that object, and based on that we are going to call the methods. In dynamic polymorphism, at the time of running, at the time of execution, you will get to know what is that object, what is the actual object, what method you are going to call. If you take the example, superclass doesn't know about subclass, but subclass knows about superclass. So you can use superclass reference variable to hold the subclass object, but you cannot do the vice versa. Once you created an object for a subclass, you can make use of it to call the superclass. So even you can use the superclass reference, you can call a method, but actual object will be different. So at the time of runtime, you are going to decide what is an actual object. Based on that, you are going to call a method. Okay, so there is a concept called method overloading and overriding. So overriding is nothing but dynamic polymorphism. Static polymorphism means overloading. So what is method overloading, what is method overriding? These two concepts we are going to see in the next classes. You don't worry about those things right now, but you just remember static polymorphism will do at the time of compile time. Dynamic polymorphism will be done at the time of runtime. At the runtime we will do method overriding. At compile time we will do method overloading. These are the best examples for static and dynamic polymorphism. Okay, what are the advantages you are going to get by polymorphism? Single object can be reused for multiple times. You no need to recreate the object. So code will be reused here and reduced the complexity of the program. So instead of taking multiple objects, you can reuse the same object for multiple purposes. That will reduce the complexity of the code. Okay, these are the important concepts of OOPS. First one is data hiding, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. These are the 5 concepts or the basic building blocks of OOPS concepts in Java. Not only in Java, same OOPS concepts will be used in many of the object-oriented programming languages. If you have any questions, please give a comment below the video. Please subscribe to our channel and share it to your friends. Click on the bell icon so that next time onwards, whenever I upload a video, you won't miss the notification. You will get the notification so that you can follow the tutorial up to date. Okay, thanks for watching this video. I hope everyone able to understand what are the OOPS concepts and the advantages of each and every concept and how we are going to implement. Shortly, we are going to look through other concepts like interfaces, abstract classes, and method overriding and overloading. So in today's class, we've gone through inheritance and polymorphism. If you have any questions related to inheritance and polymorphism, please give your comment below so that I will reply you. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel, and you have basic videos we already did, like what is a Java class, what is object, all these things we already did. We'll leave the videos cards in the cards, so please try to access and go through them so that you will get better understanding of Java. Basically, this course is designed for beginners who want to learn from basics. So that's why anyone who doesn't know anything about Java can also learn through our tutorial. Okay, if you have any feedback, please send through email. I am going to provide my email in the description. Okay, thanks for watching this video. We'll see you in next video with other topic.